It has been tough, but we already knew that. But some days it's really hard to hide the frustration and to be positive all the time. But then you sleep and we focus on the next game and we go forward. And then you remember the good stuff. Our fans in this season, the way they support the club, the way they support the coach. Try to find the good things and know that in the future things are going to be better. It's really hard because I'm really passionate, but then I have to hide some things because it's also my job and I'm responsible for the team and the staff and I have to be careful at this moment. But most of the times I'm really honest. So for me it's not so hard. But you have to cope with all that information, all that feelings, and try to be positive, but at the same time to show that we care, and that is important for fans to hear. I don't think so. I think it's easier to be honest. Of course, I could be a little bit different to try to control the narrative, but I'm used to not to have to defend myself. During my career is short, but I always had results. And this is a good thing to find that with bad results I'm the same guy. That was a good thing to discover. But I think I'm not too honest. I'm like I am. For me it's easier and I think people like a coach that address the right things. It's hard. You can cope with a lot of problems. That is something that you don't know until you live that. Then is a fight, of course, because sometimes every person is a little bit. If you are good in your job, you feel a different guy, taller, a better person. I found out that I can cope with that. Also maintain more or less the same guy. That's it. I think when you have difficult periods, you find out a lot of things about yourself. There is some things that we cannot change in the summer in transfers. Is the feeling in this club, is the way we see the club, is that real feeling that we cannot lose a match. It's impossible for us to go to play at home and lose. This kind of feeling, we have to change that and not thinking about transfer. That is something more profound than just change people. I think we need to address this, and we are doing that also. People cannot see that, but we are changing a lot of things in Carrington, the way we work here, the behavior that you must have in this club, the way we connect the academy with our team. All these things that you cannot see, we are working on that. So we need to go to forget about the final and try to be better in the game against Chelsea, because we have a lot to improve. It's hard to say that because we have all the conditions to be better. So we are doing a lot of things. Of course, the staff, we change a lot of people in the staff, and that is not a good thing, because any company to improve and to be better, the people must be safe, and there is not this feeling here. But we have to address these subjects, and we have to change it. That is also clear. But the players and the coaches, we have the best conditions to be better, and we have a lot of players with experience. Of course, when you get this kind of point, this context, is really hard to go up again. I don't want my team, and especially myself, to hide behind all these things that is changing in our club. Of course, there's an influence, but we should be so much better. I always have that feeling all the time, especially when we lose and when we should be better. And I'm the manager, I'm the responsible, because you cannot point like 3-4 players. It's a team, and that is a problem that we have here. So I'm always with that feeling, especially in the end of the season. Of course, I'm really passionate, and I have that balance of I'm really positive and always with good humor, but I'm also sometimes a little bit aggressive, and I have that feeling of anger, because I want to be good and I don't want to fail. Nobody wants to fail. Of course, we during all these games, we are always addressing that feeling. It's not just the last game. The last game is something that we felt a lot, especially because we won against Athletic Bilbao. We have an opportunity to maintain the momentum. We had several moments like this in this season, and we will drop. But we are addressing that since the day one. So Chelsea is one more opportunity to play the game, to perform well, to show a different character. So we will try to do that. And not worry about the momentum for the final. The final is a different game. It doesn't matter the momentum, because Tottenham is living more or less the same that we are living. For me, it's the way we face competition. It's the way we understand that we are Manchester United. It's hard to understand that we don't have nothing to fight for in this game, Premier Leagues. That is so hard to understand, that we are just okay by not performing, and that is something. It is not about the momentum. It's so much profound than that. That for me it's hard to explain, because for me it's so clear. I listen a lot of people criticizing the way we are performing in all the situations that happen in this club. I cannot say nothing, because it's so clear for me that people are right. We need to feel that. Sometimes I feel that we need to feel more than that. Get angry with all these critics and perform. We need to show that. I think the worst thing that we can do is like lay down our head and just let it go. That is so hard to understand.